Hey YouTubers, and welcome to another DVD and Blu-ray update for August 2012. So, how is your summer? Are you going on holiday or are you just back? And do you have nice weather? Because here in Holland, yeah, most of the time it is still crappy weather. So that's kind of sucks. So let's go on to the DVDs and Blu-rays for this month. First one is The Guard, starring Brendan Gleeson and Don Cheadle. It sets on the west coast of Ireland, where some drug dealers are going to make a big hit. And Don Cheadle, I think he's in this movie. He's with the CIA, and he joins up with Brendan Gleeson's character, who is a piece of work. He plays a very cool character, and it's been a while I've seen this, but I know I really enjoyed it. So I got this as an extra rental for €3, so it's a pretty good deal. The next one I bought on a recommendation, also as an extra rental. I heard about it. No, I never. I heard about it, but I didn't didn't get a chance to see it. And I got this for €5. It's Risk Cutters, a love story. I saw went on the recommendation and I watched the trailer on YouTube, and it looks like a cool movie. So I'm curious. It's a French movie. I think it's a miniseries, but I'm not quite sure. But it looks like fun. Also an extra rental, starring Jean Reno, Vincent Cassel. Don't know nothing about it, but it looks quite good. Good actors. Next one is a movie from John Carpenter, and I didn't hear anything about it. I didn't know it until I saw some an item over classic quotes, or people are talking about it on YouTube, and it's They Live. It's with Roddy Piper, Keith David, and I thought this is really a classic. It's about a guy, Roddy Piper, who he comes into town with a backpack on his back, and he tries to find a job somewhere and get a job on a construction place. And together he meets Keith David's character, and yeah, he needs a place to stay, so he walks with him back to a camp. And Roddy Piper is just looking around, sees some people acting weird around a certain church there, and finds out that they hold meetings there. And at one point there's a raid on that site, and he escapes, finds a box with sunglasses, and he puts it on and sees that the world's taken over by aliens. Every ad there's a hidden message in, and he just gets a shotgun and kills every alien inside. Weird that I never heard of it before. Yeah, since I've been on YouTube, but definitely a classic. The next movie is a blind buy, but as an extra rental. It's The Greatest, starring Pierce Brosnan, Susan Sarandon, and Carey Mulligan. Yeah, I really can't say much. It's about a family who lost their son in a car accident, and I really don't know. It's a complete blind buy. So if you saw this movie, tell me, what did you think of it? The next one is an Australian movie, Tomorrow When the War Began. And when I saw the trailer and looked at the synopsis, it's kind of the same idea as Red Dawn. Maybe it's based on the same story, but I think it's exactly like Red Dawn. Australia gets invaded. In this case, Australia get invaded. All the adults getting kidnapped, and a group of teenagers are trying to get their land back. So yeah, I think it's also an extra rental, and it looks like a fun movie. So I'm curious. Also looking forward to see the Red Dawn remake. I thought that the movie was already finished in 2009, but because of some problems, they had to stall it until 2012 or 2013. I don't know when they're going to release it, but yeah, I remember seeing the original version a really long time ago. Enjoyed that, and probably going to enjoy this too. But it's I think probably an unnecessary remake. But okay, there are a lot of unnecessary remakes. The next one is a trilogy box set of three movies. It's a Norwegian slasher series, and Cold Prey 1, 2 and 3. It's yeah, what I said, from Norwegian. It's a Norwegian slasher movie. I heard some good things about it. Especially the first two. The last one they weren't very yeah, positive about, but it was enjoyable to watch. But the first two were really good. So I'm very curious to see this. And yeah, so if you have seen Cold Prey, I think the original one calls the original title is Frit Vilt. That's the Norwegian title. Those were the DVDs, and now we're going on to the Blu-rays. And the first one is a movie I quite enjoyed, but it's not really a movie. It's Project X. Yes, it's a movie, but it's more an experience. I'm regretting not drinking that much before I saw this movie, because my the friends were, when I went to this film, my friends, they had some more beer on for it, and they enjoyed it even more then. But this is really an experience movie. When you're with a bunch of friends at home watching this, it's cool. Don't, a lot of people were bitching about it, but it's not a movie. It's an experience. As what would have been like if you have a crazy party. It's fun, especially when you're with a bunch of people and you have a couple of beers or maybe too many beers in your stomach. You're gonna watch this one. I really enjoyed it. Next one is a Dutch movie, so it's a movie I missed in the cinema. It's Plenty. It's a movie about a cop who's in debt with gambling, and he's trying to get the money to the guy who he owes a lot of money before, because otherwise he's going to do something to his kid and his ex. But it's what I heard. It's a funny crime story. Next one is a movie I bought on Play.com, and the movie I think is still in the cinema here, but when I bought it a couple of weeks back, it was or maybe longer now. When I bought this Blu-ray, it was 2 weeks in the cinema here, and it was 21 Jump Street. I must say I really enjoyed this film. Very funny, and a great cameo of Johnny Depp and the other guy from 21 Jump Street. Sorry, I don't know how the other guy what his name is, but I really enjoyed it. Thought it was very funny, and they also take themselves not too serious and making fun of that's a remake of a TV show, and yeah, I really enjoyed this. Next one is a movie I missed in the cinema, and it's a Moneyball with Brad Pitt and Jonah Hill and Philip Seymour Hoffman. I really enjoyed this film. I thought Brad Pitt did an awesome job of acting. Jonah Hill too. Don't know if I thought it was Oscar worthy, but maybe I have to check it out again. But I really thought this movie was great, and I got this for €5 as an extra rental. Great film. Next one is a horror movie from Thai West. It's the Innkeepers. I got this movie on recommendation of my brother, who wrote some good things about it, and I thought this movie was very. I think this movie is very underrated on IMDb. I think it's got a 5.4, and I don't know why. I don't get it. I thought the great Sarah Paxton and the other guy who had a great chemistry in this movie, and how they were very likable characters. Even though the first half hour nothing really scary happens, you still like to watch the movie because of those two characters. They're very fun, and this also pretty scary at some points, and yeah, I'm very surprised. I thought it was a really great movie and very underrated on IMDb. So yeah, I don't know why this movie gets such a low rating, but if you've seen this movie, tell me what you think of it, and if you don't like it, why, and just say something. The last movie of today is Maniac Cop on Blu-ray. I heard a lot about this movie. I remember as a kid when I went to the kind of a blockbuster store. They had these on VHS, and I was like, when I was a kid, I always wanted to go to the horror section because I thought it also always looks scary and never. I always. At that point, when I was a kid, I really liked horror movies because then they were still very scary, and I saw pictures of Maniac Cop and oh, scary. And actually, it's not a very scary movie, not at all. It's well, it's a bit of a cult movie, I think, when I hear people speak about it. But I thought it was a very entertaining movie. Besides of some acting in the movie that was pretty bad, but it wasn't. It was entertaining. I don't know how much. Can you tell me if the sequels are just if they're worth buying? Because they're still pretty expensive. So I'm still waiting for the same release like this one here. Because this one I got a booklet, and a poster. Got this for €10, and also a reversible cover, so you can. And this you can use both sides here and that one, and on the other sides, if you can see through it, there's also a cover, but I like this cover the best. So it was an entertaining film, and yeah, entertaining. What can I say more? I also saw a movie yesterday in the cinema. It was Seeking a Friend for the End of the World. I must say, I really recommend to see that movie. I don't know how the release is in other countries, because this one is kind of a surprise, because I saw the trailer a few months back and it looks like a movie, or it still has to come out for not for a very long time, or went straight to DVD, and out of the blue this one got a release here in the summer. But I really enjoyed that film. I thought it was a very beautiful movie, also funny. First, funny at the start. At the end, it's getting more. Yeah, don't gonna spoil it. But if you want to see a very funny, feel-good movie, kind of a cool road trip movie, just check out Seeking a Friend for the End of the World with Steve Carell and Keira Knightley. So those were my DVDs and Blu-rays and things I had to say. Have a great summer, and talk to you later. This was Flying Bacino, and out.